G'day ratbags, how you doing? Alright, welcome to Canberra. Alright, the wedding is at 2 o'clock. So my niece is marrying her partner and they've been together for several years. It's pretty, it's a good and stable ongoing relationship. So obviously we're all pretty happy about their union being formalised. And so yeah, that's this afternoon. It's been a big family catch up. We've had the cousins and the second cousins, the nieces and the grandnieces, and da 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 da. So pretty much the only people that haven't, the only ones of us that aren't, well, they're up, but that we haven't seen yet are my youngest niece and her partner, and their invisible bubby that we've recently found out is now growing inside her tummy. So yeah, we're going to have another edition. So it's been pretty fun. I've had my brother and sister-in-law's kid around, and yeah, she's really beautiful and really fun to hang around with, very curious and intelligent and dardly doodly. And yeah, well, just in the melee, I haven't had time to dye my hair. And then my niece and her partner rocked up yesterday, and their bubby, my little grandniece, and she, in the time that I've seen her, she started walking, and so she's at that age where she's pretty fun. She's soaking everything in like a sponge and really interested in what's going on around her, and her personality and her character is starting to kind of come out and blossom. So yeah, it's been pretty fun. We've got one of the things I wanted to relate in this little kind of vlog, apart from the fact that it's pretty obvious, I forgot my gloves and I ran out of time to dye my hair, and here we are. Quality crap, guys. Yeah. I probably should use this other side, shouldn't I? But, alright, what was I crapping on about? Oh, yeah, okay, so many, many years ago, when I was about 20, my sister was about 17 or 18, and my mum would have been about 40. Obviously we've had a pretty, let's just call it an interesting family life, and where everyone was a bit separated and, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, it ended up that the three of us sat down and we were like, my brother was still really young. He was probably, I would have been 20, so he would have been 10. So, mum was speaking for him. And it was at a cafe in Fremantle. And mum's a uber practical person. The Moogle, that's her official title, is the Moogle. And although she's got lots of other nicknames as well. And she kind of sat down and went, look, this is fucking how it is. Like, for better or for worse, the three of us at this table, plus your little brother, this is the family. These are the ones that have like hung in through thick and thin, and we're here, and so this is the deal. This is what family means. It means like thick and thin, hanging together, blah blah blah, all that kind of bullshit, being real with each other, and in it for the long haul. So, let's commit right now. It was an offer. It wasn't like she didn't tell us what to do. It was like, this is the offer. Let's do that. And so, my sister and I, we were like, we took the commitment, and we all made our little oath at the table. And that was 20, what am I now? That was 30 years ago, pretty much, this year. So from that little trio, those three and a bit because of my brother, off we went. My sister already had, I think, 2 or maybe 1 of the 3 children she ended up having. And we hung out, and we've been around for, while she's raised them and stuff, and now they're grown up, and now they're growing. And my brother met and fell in love with a wonderful, wonderful woman who we all love very much and welcomed into our family. And so that was another addition, and then they've had a child, and that's another addition. And then, now I'm with my sisters, just got married to the most wonderful bloke in a very compatible relationship earlier this year. And so that brought another addition, plus his 3 wonderful, amazing, cool kids. And, now we have Emily and her partner. They've just had their first child, so that's another one and another one. And her partner Malcolm, he is from a family of 11 and he has amazing, incredible, they don't necessarily all live geographically close to each other, but they're really, really tight knit. Same kind of deal, family for the long haul kind of thing. And so that's kind of boom, the numbers out. And now my youngest niece and has, her long-term partner have just announced that they are adding to the family as well. So it's from the 30 years ago, those 3 people sitting around at a table. And, my sister and I were pretty young. We were technically adults, but, we were still young people. And, we didn't know what was going to, where we were going to go with our lives and all that. No, we didn't know what was going to happen, obviously. So, but yeah, from those 3 people, I haven't actually been able to count it up, but our family is now this massive, incredible unit of people, and somehow, in general, we're all like-minded in terms of, being genuine, not pretending, being ourselves, letting everyone else be themselves, accepting each other for who we are. It's just something that I never really, it's not even that I never thought I'd experience. It's something that I never even knew could be part of my human experience. And so yeah, it just, I don't really feel like being emotional. But the depth of feeling that I'm trying to relate is really emotional. You know what I mean? Because it's the very force of life itself. And that sounds really kind of trite maybe, but it's not. It's something, it's hard to put into words, but it's something to do with the future will be in good hands because we are raising good kids into good adults. And if we're doing that, our family that was once so dysfunctional and so, at odds, and if we can, as individuals and also as a team, do the work over the time, keep the channels open. I'm not saying it's been smooth sailing all along. Even at the moment, it's not smooth sailing. There's one really important person that's not here today. And that's a pretty big, glaring absence. But at the same time, even though we're sad that it has to be that way, we all understand and respect that at the moment it has to be that way, So I don't want to invade anyone's privacy, by telling our personal business so much, but everyone's got family experiences, how deep the rifts can get sometimes. So, that's what I mean, it's not like everything's perfect, but there's, there's this foundational kind of thing that we have built that seems to be really, really solid and really able to withstand storms and tempests and rough weather, And one of the things that is key to that is to keep breathing, to hold fast, keep breathing, and keep the channels open. Be truthful, but keep the channels open. And always reinforce the fact that there is a foundation of love. You can object to someone's behaviour without it affecting the amount that you love them. So, loving other human beings, it's really hard because the things that you demand for yourself, you also have to be prepared to give to everyone else, And so it can be a little bit frustrating sometimes. But it's really worth it in the long run, because slowly over time, the trust that you build between people is something that you don't really find just out and about in the world, because it's something that it takes a lot of time and, a bit of exposure. Anyway, I've lost my point a little bit. I'm not going to be able to edit this out either. How gross. Sorry. So yeah, what I think why I wanted to kind of get on and talk about this is not only because it's just, it's been a very quietly profound kind of process over time, and also I'm really we're so blessed that all the people that have affiliated and joined with our family are all really awesome people with great families of their own, of varying different sizes. And so it's, to be able to expand the number of people that you care about and love and are happy in the world, that are in the world, that's a really amazing experience, and also, oh, hello.
I need someone to do my back. I didn't realize you were doing your hair.
No, it's all right.
I'll get Nana to do it.
Okay. My niece is doing the last minute tan like I'm doing the last minute thing. I can do it. I'll just have to end the video. Wedding day, eh? So, anyway, I'm sorry I have to use the monitor as a mirror momentarily. Oh, this is going to be a pretty bodgy job, but it doesn't really matter. I kind of designed it so that I didn't have to get too technical and pay too much attention. It'll be fine. I just don't want, I went to the, I love getting a fresh clip. Hang on. Yeah, I went to the barber yesterday and I got the full, skull clip. No length, so, which is my absolute favourite, when it's totally Velcro, skinhead. Yeah, but it is really Velcro, and so your hair really sticks to it and I have to be really careful. Alright, trust me, I do know what I'm doing. Well, I don't know what I'm doing, but I've been doing it for a really, really long time, so whatever that means, I've managed to pull it off so far. So yeah, I think the point that, kind of made me want to start talking about this stuff is that, family's complicated, hey? And a lot of it, gosh, they're really frustrating, and the older generations, they can get stuck a bit and they don't want to, they want the world to just stay the way it was when they understood it, and not all people can, accept the world changing day to day as it is, and moving along. And it's really helpful if you can understand that and not judge people, your loved ones too harshly. You can gently bring them around, through exposure to you. If you have people who, might be a little bit like, I'm not talking about people who are some, horrible, awful, too far gone, whatever. Okay, we all know that toxic people must be disengaged with, all of that kind of thing. But yeah, if there is the potential to keep connections with anybody that has been familial to you for a really long time, they can, if you guys are smart and honest with each other and they're as genuine as you are. And look, trust me, bro, so many people are really good people. They've just been disappointed and betrayed and hurt so much that they've decided that it's not worth risking it again. And then that's where time comes in. There's a saying, time heals all wounds, but there's so much more than that. Time builds things without you even having to do anything. You know what I mean? If you stay consistent, if you stay genuine, if you stay honest, and if you stay gentle and loving, it is actually really amazing how that environment can bring out the best in a lot of people once they feel safe enough to actually be who they are rather than be who they think they've got to be in order not to be hurt in the world. And, everyone bangs on social media about, educate yourself, go and get educated, I'm here to educate people, blah, 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 blah. Well, it does start in your own backyard, hey. You're not really capable of making the world a better place if you can't make your immediate world a better place. And that should give you some appreciation of how damn difficult it is. This job of us making the world a better place. Because on that tiny little, just individual scale, think how difficult it is to keep relationships strong and, healthy and progressing and evolving. So yeah, and I've had a couple of other really, excellent opportunities. Recently, there was a big international harm reduction conference on down in my city. And so I've got a lot of friends who are involved in that area of, drug law reform and drug use education. And so, yeah, I was able to go down and reconnect with someone who's insanely dear to me, one of my fucking dearest brothers ever, who, I've had to watch from afar for many years while he, lives out his life and stuff, and, that teetering on the edge, but knowing that he's got the goods, just, when people you care about and they can't find their own inner peace, that's all I mean. And, celebrating when he's had the wins and fucking commiserating when things have, kicked his ass. And so, yeah, then to be able to go, and then not having actually laid eyes on each other for several years. And it was funny because I was thinking about him and I was going, and I was really hard, it's really hard for me to call people. But I was like, I know a way around this. I'm going to make a little video and then I'm just going to send them a video. And then they can just answer whenever they feel like it and I'm not interrupting them. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to make my mate a video and tell him that I'm thinking of him and that I fucking love him and that I hope that his life's going awesome. And he fucking rang. Oh no, he messaged or some social media bullshit. Like within 3 or 4 days of that, he was like, oh hi, I'm going to be down in Melbourne, blah 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 blah. Yeah, so I got to I got to go down there and hook up with him and meet him. Like, you know, a lot of the times in our lives, it's really hard when you don't really jerry with someone's partner. You know what I mean? And so, or if it's not, like, I mean, I've been in the opposite situation too, when I've been with someone who's been fucking toxic, and my friends have just been like, "Whoa." But, we make our own decisions, and you got to fucking, da-da-da. So all of that kind of thing, but so, you just keep your mouth shut, and you be there when you need to be there, and you don't try and cause trouble, all that kind of thing. But oh my gosh, when they, when you see them and they've met someone who's awesome and someone who's uplifting, and, and they're, you can see that they're going to be able to build something that is, like, just going to be next level fucking radical and awesome and healthy and functional and stable, and like his two kids, he's raised two girls from quite a young age, through to adulthood on his own, or as a single dad, and you know what I mean, and there's just so, you're just like, fuck yeah, it's like I worry so much about my friends, man. I worry so much because they drop, we just drop dead. And so when you can celebrate, when you see someone and you're like, there's a peace inside my friend that I've never seen before, and it's just the best thing to see. It is the best thing to see when someone that you fucking love and care for has, forged their fucking hard-won path to, maybe not happiness, but contentment and rightness and stability, just peace, man, a little bit of fucking peace. It's really awesome. It's really awesome. To me, that's like love in action. That's when the fucking spiritual people and the hippies and that, when they talk about, love being the greatest force and all that, like, that's what they mean. They don't mean love like, buy some pithy little saying and hang it on your wall. Oh, toxic positivity. That's not what they mean. They mean doing the fucking hard yards, quietly slogging on, and actually, just like giving a fuck, and like respecting people enough to make their, be who they are, make their own decisions, not try and control them. Be able to be honest with them, and vice versa. Like that is the force that fucking conquers everything, man. And it's a bit of an equation, but it's fucking unstoppable when you finally fucking put it all together. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to say, basically. I'm almost done my hair. I need a bit more light to be able to do the other side, because I've got to get and do the edges. So I might go and do that in front of the mirror. But yeah, fucking, what's my name again? Fuck, yeah, you know my name. Zebedee, spelled Z-B-D. I'm very, very messy, and if I spread it around too much, well, I bet there would be less of me. So, and that's my bullshit rave for the day, and this is me vlog, and I'm going to go and see my niece and her girlfriend get fucking married today, and, and join a whole nother fucking unit to our ever-growing family unit of something that I never, thought would be part of my life experience. So it's pretty fundamental, and actual physical face-to-face contact every so often. It's a really important part of it, because it just a little bit of that can sustain you for a really, really long time. Yeah, it's so much different than a voice on a phone or a video call. All right, I'm out. It's a busy day. I'm going to upload this now, and so I hope this finds you all well. And if it doesn't, if I can just encourage you to just hold fast and keep on breathing, man, because, We need you. The world needs you. And, you know, if it's starting to feel a little too much, get on the freaking phone and call a lifeline and lend your burden to somebody else who will willingly take it for the time that you can't. All right, I love you heaps, and yeah, tell me what you reckon about, you know, your hopes and dreams for your ideal, you know, concept of family, or your experiences, or, you know, and have hope. I love you.